There is a moment that separates the person you were from the person you are becoming. It usually does not look dramatic. No crowd is watching. No music is playing. It might be you, standing in front of the work you have avoided. It might be you holding back the words you should not say. It might be you choosing the gym after a long day, the book instead of the scroll, the honest conversation instead of another excuse. That moment is small, but it is not weak. Because every time you choose the harder right over the easier wrong, you widen your capacity. You become harder to shake. You become more believable to yourself. And that is where real confidence begins. Not in compliments, not in perfect circumstances, not in pretending you are fearless. Confidence grows when you can look at your own life and say, I am someone who follows through when it counts. Most people do not lose because they are incapable. They lose because the discomfort gets a vote, and they let it win too often. They start with energy, then stop when the mood changes. They make a promise, then negotiate with it the moment life gets inconvenient. They wait to feel ready, and while they wait, the days keep moving. But growth does not ask if you feel ready. It asks what you will do next. You do not need a perfect plan today. You need a clean decision. One decision that says, I am not going to abandon my standards just because this is uncomfortable. I am not going to confuse tired with finished. I am not going to let one difficult hour decide the direction of my entire life. This is not about being harsh with yourself. It is about respecting yourself enough to stop living below what you know is possible. If you have been drifting, start with one anchor. Put your phone away for the first 30 minutes of focused work. Take the walk you keep postponing. Prepare the simple meal. Apologize where you need to. Say no where you need space. Clean the corner of your life that has been quietly draining your attention. Small anchors stop big storms from carrying you away. And when you fail, because some days you will, do not turn one mistake into an identity. Missing once is information. Quitting is a choice. Learn the lesson quickly. Return without drama. The strongest people are not the ones who never fall out of rhythm. They are the ones who know how to come back without needing a speech, an audience, or a perfect mood. There is power in becoming dependable in private, when nobody sees the extra repetition, when nobody claps for the early effort, when nobody knows you wanted to quit but stayed 5 more minutes. That is not wasted. That is evidence. You are building a quiet record with yourself, and one day, in a harder season, you will lean on that record and realize you're not starting from zero. You have proof. Proof that you can endure an urge without obeying it. Proof that you can be nervous and still act. Proof that you can be disappointed and still stay respectful. Proof that pressure does not have to turn you into someone you do not recognize. This is how mental strength is trained. Not by wishing life would get easier, but by practicing steadiness when life gets loud. So make the next right move smaller than your fear. Do not try to change your whole life by tonight. Change the next 10 minutes. Open the document. Tie the shoes. Make the call. Drink the water. Breathe before reacting. Choose the action that your future self will thank you for. Then repeat it. Not because repetition is exciting every time, but because repetition is how you become familiar with your own strength. You are allowed to want more from life. You are allowed to be ambitious without being arrogant. You are allowed to outgrow old patterns, old doubts, and old versions of yourself. But you must stop waiting for permission from your feelings. Feelings are real, but they are not always leaders. Sometimes they are weather. Let them pass while you keep walking. Today, raise one standard, not 10. 1. Protect 1 hour. Finish one task. Keep one promise. Face one conversation. Train one part of your body, your mind, or your character. And tonight, when the day is done, do not measure yourself by perfection. Measure yourself by direction. Did you move toward the person you respect? If the answer is yes, even by one honest step, then you are not stuck. You are training. You are returning to yourself. You are building the kind of strength that does not need to be announced. So take the next hard choice. Take it calmly. Take it now. Your future is listening to what you do when it would be easier to do nothing.